The Gathrak arena had witnessed 1,000 victories, but never silence like this. Commander Vex of the Gathrak Empire stood motionless in the sand, his 4 arms hanging limp. Around him, 50,000 alien spectators sat frozen in their seats, their collective breath held. The severed head of Kralthor the Undefeated, their greatest champion, their pride, their genetic masterpiece, rolled slowly across the blood-stained ground. And the human hadn't even broken a sweat. Marcus Reed stood in the center of the arena, his chest rising and falling with controlled breaths. His knuckles were split, bleeding human red onto the purple sand. But his eyes, those terrifying human eyes, weren't on the corpse at his feet. They were locked on the observation platform where they held Dr. Elena Vasquez. She was slumped against the restraints, her face swollen, one eye nearly shut. They'd beaten her when she tried to stop them from taking Marcus. A negotiation tactic, they'd called it. The Gathrak didn't understand human bonding. They thought hurting his mate would make him compliant. They'd been catastrophically wrong. You wanted to see what humans could do, Marcus said, his voice carrying across the silent stadium with unnatural clarity. You took us from our ship. You separated us. You hurt her. He pointed at Elena without looking away from Commander Vex. You made the worst mistake any species could make. Vex translator struggled with the human's tone, something between a growl and a promise. The commander had orchestrated this display to demonstrate Gathrak's superiority. Humanity had been seeking entry into the Galactic Coalition for cycles, and the Coalition had always rejected them as too primitive, too violent. Vex had thought forcing their emissary to fight their champion would prove it. Instead, he'd proven something else entirely. Your champion was engineered, Marcus continued, walking forward. The crowd recoiled as one entity. Bred for aggression. Enhanced muscles. Reinforced bone structure. For arms instead of 2. He stopped at Kralthor's body and nudged it with his boot. You thought that would be enough. What the Gathrak hadn't understood, what none of the Coalition species understood, was that humans weren't engineered for anything. They'd clawed their way up from Earth's merciless gravity, survived ice ages and predators and their own worst instincts. Every human was the descendant of survivors, not laboratory specimens. Humans were endurance hunters, persistence predators. They'd chase prey for days until it collapsed from exhaustion. They'd survive by being too stubborn to die, too vengeful to forgive, too protective of their own to ever surrender. And when you hurt their mate, you triggered instincts forged across 2 million years of evolution. Marcus had let Kralthor make the first move. The champion had been fast, faster than any human. But humans didn't need to be fastest. They needed to be smart enough, ruthless enough, and angry enough. It had taken 4 minutes. Kralthor had broken Marcus's ribs, shattered his left hand, torn muscles the human would need surgery to repair. But none of that had stopped him. Pain was just information. Injuries were just obstacles. And obstacles could be overcome when the alternative was letting them keep Elena. The champion's head had come off on the 3rd time Marcus slammed him into the arena wall. Release her, Marcus said, or I walk up there and show you what else humans can do. Commander Vex translator finally caught something in the human's biochemistry. Adrenaline levels that should have caused cardiac arrest. Release her now, Marcus repeated, taking another step forward. Or learn why humanity survived every extinction event our world threw at us. Learn why we're the only species that domesticated wolves. Why we're the only ones who looked at every dangerous thing in our world and asked, how do I make this afraid of me? The restraints around Elena released with a magnetic hiss. She stumbled forward, and Marcus was there instantly, catching her despite his injuries. I've got you, he whispered, human soft now, the rage banking like coals. I've got you. As they walked toward the arena exit, no one moved to stop them. The Gathrak Empire had learned what the rest of the galaxy would soon discover. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology or their numbers. It was that they'd go through hell itself for the ones they loved. And heaven help anyone who stood in their way. Read Triclaude can make mistakes. Please double-check responses.